Welcome back to Homeschooling Mama. Well, today I want to share with you about 8 things that I enjoy the most, that means the most to me about being a stay-at-home mom and a homeschooling mom. Now, of course, you know all the regular things that probably all of us can say, right? That mean a lot to me. And I'm going to say them real quick, but they're not a part of my 8 that I want to share with you today. But the being able to mold my children, being able to be there and not miss any of their special moments in life, the bonding that comes, all of those good things, all of that means the most to me. But I want to give you 8 things that might not be on your list or may be on your list, but that are really special to me outside of the things that you would normally expect someone to say. So the first thing I want to tell you is that, I really like about being a homeschooling mom and being a stay-at-home mom is that I get to live out the kid in me. All the things that I wanted to do growing up that I was not able to do because my mom was a single parent of 4 kids, and we always had somebody and all their children or just their children living with us. So my mom always took care of a lot of people. She had to work hard. So there's a lot of things that we did not get to do. We didn't get to go out and go to other people's houses and do all kind of other things. And so now that I'm home and I have my children and I have been blessed to be able to have a husband to take great care of us, and I can stay home and do the things that I want to do with the kids, you guys, I get to live out all the things I wanted to do as a kid that I couldn't do with my children. And so that is so much fun because the kid in me gets to get fulfilled. I like adventure. Number 2, I like adventure. My husband calls me a free spirit and tells me I'm adventurous all the time. I like to do a lot of things and have a lot of fun that may not seem like the adult thing to do in all situations, because somehow when we get older it seems like we're not allowed to have fun anymore. We got to be really proper at all the times, right? And I don't want to be proper, and I can be proper, but there's a lot of things that I like to do. And so the adventurer in me and the free spirit in me gets to get lived out because I got partners in crime, and you don't look too crazy doing some stuff when you have kids with you. So it makes it look like you're a good parent. You're just hanging out with the kids and having fun with the kids or teaching the kids something like a good mom, but really I'm just being me. And so that's the second thing I like about it, right? Because I can be a free spirit, I can be very adventuresome, and I have partners in crime to do it with, and it makes it look like it's okay when I do some things at times. So that would be my second thing. And the third thing, you guys, being a parent, being a homeschooling parent and being a stay-at-home mom, I find that I get to be bolder. It makes me bolder. How so, would you say? Well, I want to be a good example for my children, and I feel like I think the most important tool that we have for parenting is ourselves. And it's important to me to not be a do as I say, but as I do. I want to lead out and lead by example. And so there are times, you guys, where I might want to cower down, or times where I might not want to do something, or I may want to do it, but I may be kind of shy and not really bold enough to go and do it. But because I have children, it makes me bold. And I want to be a good example. I want to show them how to live life to the fullest. I want to show them how to stand up for themselves, or stand up for what's right, or stand up for other people. So a lot of times I am a lot bolder because I want to be a good example for my children. So I like that, right? It gives me a courage, right? I don't need liquid courage. I don't need alcohol. I got babies that'll do it for you, right? So the fourth thing that I would like to share with you is we have a lot of conversations in our house, especially at the dinner table, but we talk about a lot. My husband and I, we pour a lot into our children. We want to make sure that we teach them how to see correctly and how to think about different things. And just because the world is going a certain way doesn't mean that that's wise. How to get what you want out of life. But we also have a lot of Bible studies. Everything in our house revolves around Jesus, so we're always pouring out and making the Bible practical and showing our children how to look at it through the different eyesights, and how to incorporate that into your daily life and how to make it a part of you. And the conversations we have on all levels, the most amazing part is when they're looking at you and you see in their eyes they're getting what you're saying, that they're just absorbing everything and they're captivated and they're fully engaged and they're asking questions, and you see their little minds going, oh, that is so great to me. It's like hot butter popcorn and hot chocolate with some whipped cream on it. Oh, on a cold day. I mean, it gets no better than that for me. That is just awesome to see that your children are captivated by what you have to say, and they're really engaged and they're really into it and they're observing it. I know how to say the word, absorbing it. That's it. And they're absorbing everything you're saying. That's awesome to me. Number 5. I can never get tired of all the love and the excitement. I mean, just the love that you have. I grew up in a house, like I said, my mom was always working. There's a lot of stuff that was going on in our family and in life around us, and so it didn't always feel like a place full of love. And a lot of times it felt like a loveless place. And to have a home and a family where love is just abounding, where we just drip with love, that means a lot to me. Number 6, y'all, I get to be a rock star in my own life, in my own home. That is great. I love it. I have teenagers. I have all the way down to my youngest just turned 10. We got 5 kids, but you know what? Every time I walk outside the door and walk back in, I am greeted like I'm the best thing that's ever happened. Like I'm just a rock star in my own home, and that makes me feel so great, so loved and so wanted. But even more than that, it's like anything that you share, anything at least for me that I share with my kids or that I do with my kids, they are so amazing. They think I know so much. I am really just cool, and that makes me feel great. If we're baking cookies and somebody made a mistake on something and I can come and figure out how to make that cookie batch still work for us, I mean, they're lifting me up like I did something great. So I get to be a rock star in my own home. I love that. It gets no better than that. Number 7, I get to pour out all the wisdom, the knowledge, the experiences. I get to pour out everything that I felt that I never had in life that was shared with me, like the wisdom I had to learn on my own, the things that I had to go through, some simple things. I get to pour that into my children. But even more than that, all the wisdom that was poured into me, the experience that was poured into me, the knowledge that was poured into me, I get to pour that into my children. And I get to see them, right, overcome things or go around things or avoid things that maybe perhaps I wasn't able to overcome, go around, or avoid, that I had to learn things the hard way. Or to just set them up, to see that they're set up in life, or to go further and go higher than I ever did. You guys, that means so much to me. To be able to undergird my children and prepare them for life is just, it's grand. So let's see where we at. Let's see. Number 8, the last one I'm going to share with you today. When you're teaching your kids something, it's different stages in life. It could have been tying their shoe when you're homeschooling, if they're struggling with a math problem or struggling with something in science or in literature, or not literature, but in, literature, but like language or something like that. But anything, if they're struggling with a task or anything, to to be able to be there with them and see them struggle with it and the little tears and they're crying because it's so hard and they don't think they'll ever be able to get it and they're all exasperated and you're there, you're telling them it's going to be all right, you're doing good, you're doing better than you think, keep it up, and you're working with them, and then that moment comes, that day, that time comes where guess what? It finally clicks. And they get it, and they got it, and they can do that math problem, right? They can tie that shoe, whatever that thing was that was just hard for them, and that wonderful moment in time when everything is just suspended and everything is perfect because you see the joy that they have because they finally nailed it. They finally got it. They finally understood it. That moment is so magical and so wonderful and such a blessing. I am so grateful. That is, it is so good to me to be able to stay home, to take care of my children, to teach my children, to witness those moments. It is just, woo! That's the good stuff. That's the stuff you live for right there, at least for me. So those are 8 things that I love and enjoy and appreciate the most, and that means the most to me about being a stay-at-home mom, being a homeschooling mom. Share with me some of your favorite things about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great homeschooling journey. Bye.